A middle-aged man appeared in front of Ryu, who smiled and thanked him for waiting. After shaking hands with Ryu, he introduced himself as Guan Juno, saying that he was the president of the bank. Ryu simply replied that his name was Ryu. The president said that since he had won the first-place prize, he had to congratulate him personally. Ryu smilingly thanked the man for congratulating him. Afterwards, the man offered to escort him to the place where he could collect his winnings, telling him to follow him. As they approached the door with a sign that read, "Lottery Ticket Sales Team," the president announced that they had arrived at the place. As soon as they stepped inside, they were immediately greeted by one of the female employees who stood up and bowed to greet the president. Noticing some young man next to the president, she couldn't help but wonder who it could be, but she didn't have to speculate because the next moment, the president himself introduced the guy, saying that he was the first-place winner and that he had come to collect his prize. Then he told them to make sure that their guest felt comfortable. Surprised to see the guy who was talking casually with the president, the woman could hardly believe that in front of her was a man who had won first place for 115 games. Having recovered from her excitement and doubts, she told herself that she should calm down and do her best to satisfy the customer. After greeting him, she invited Ryu to sit down with a smile on her face. He did so, sitting comfortably on the chair right in front of her. She then asked him if he would like a drink, but Ryu simply replied that he would not, adding that he would like to get right down to business and take his prize. After hearing Ryu's answer, the employee didn't take any more time and asked him to provide her with the tickets so she could confirm that he was the winner. Ryu immediately handed her a stack of winning tickets that he had brought with him. Looking through the tickets, the woman couldn't believe that he had bet everything on one combination. It could only mean one thing. Either the guy had decided to risk everything, or he could see the future. Having finished with the confirmation, the employee said that everything was in order and that he could take the prize for the first place. However, Ryu's next question about how much he would receive made the girl freeze, as even just naming such numbers was absurd. After a second of silence, she replied in a trembling voice that his prize is 22.5 billion won, which is equal to $16 million. After he received his prize, everything went pretty quickly. The first thing he did was start looking for a place to move to. That same night, he opened a stocks account because he had information from the future. He knew that the price of Bitcoin would increase by 500% next month, so he also planned to invest his money in it. After returning home, Ryu showed his younger brother pictures of their new house and asked him if he liked it. Wani happily replied that it was amazing, adding that he had never seen such a huge and beautiful house in person. But Wani was confused about one thing. He asked Ryu why he signed a rental agreement when they had enough money to buy a house. Ryu replied that he didn't have any more money, as he had spent it all. His phrase made Wani freeze in place, and Ryu casually added that he had invested all the money into Bitcoin. When his younger brother heard this, he froze in place again, unable to understand how his brother could so easily say that he had invested $15 billion into Bitcoin. Real men approached his younger brother, who had turned into a statue, and patted him on the shoulder, assuring him that he hadn't done it without thinking, and he knew the price of Bitcoin was going to rise. He told Wani not to worry. Then, hugging Wani, he added that not to worry, as he had seen a dream, and in that dream, he saw new numbers of lottery tickets, and they could always earn money through the lottery. After his older brother's words, the eyes of the naive Wani shone with admiration, believing everything Ryu said. Realizing this, he immediately grabbed Ryu by the shoulders and began to shake him excitedly, asking him never to forget them. Ryu somehow broke free from his little brother's grip, thinking to himself that he couldn't forget them, even if he wanted to, after repeating it countless times. Then Ryu turned to his brother and suggested that they eat outside before heading out. Wani asked in confusion where they were going.